It's the Terry Sullivan Show. Today's guest, owner of Old Town Jewelers, Jack Nalbandian. And now, the man who makes everything possible. Not really. It's Terry Sullivan.
I can tell that one's off the top of your head. You must have run out of material.
I'm tired. I'm always tired. But
You're always tired.
It's early.
Now, you got to leave here and go teach, right?
Yes.
Teach on Mondays?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How many students do you have?
Right now, I don't have too many. I'm only working on Mondays and Tuesdays, but I have probably about 10 students, and I work with a couple of kids with bands. It's really rewarding, these young children getting together and forming a group, and I'm sort of mentoring them.
Is it easy to teach kids? I mean, do they catch on quick or no?
Some do, some don't. Some are forced, I guess their parents want them to get a hobby or something. I don't know. And then there's just some of them that really take to it quick and they're just excited, and those are the ones you really like.
Yeah.
You do get those that just...
You ever had a prodigy student?
Actually, I have one, actually. She's a little bass student. She's 8 years old. Her name's Graceland. She is an incredible little bass player. If I show her something, she picks it right up.
No kidding.
She's incredible.
All right. Jack, it's good to have you.
Good to have you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on the show. This is Jack Nalbandian.
Yes.
You know, Jack doesn't sound like a Lebanese name to me. Is that your real name?
It's Hagop.
Hagop.
Yeah, like Jacob.
Oh.
Hagop.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go with it.
Okay.
Jack, you're from Lebanese, Armenian.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And you've been over here. You've been over to the United States for how long?
Since 1985.
1985. Now, Jack owns Old Town Jewelers in Old Town, Lewisville. A great business over there, and I think you've had that business for like 12 years, right?
Yes.
Yes. And you've done a great job over there. People speak highly of you. They love your jewelry, and we're going to get into that in a minute. But I want to talk about your background before we start, because it's very interesting to me. So you were raised in Lebanon.
Yes.
And then when you're 24 years old, you decide that Lebanon was at war, and you decide to make the jump from Lebanon to the United States. So you had to go through all the green card, all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And you told me before that they sent you to Greece to interview for your green card. So once you got how long did it take to get your green card?
2 years.
2 years. So once you got your green card, you made the decision to go to Los Angeles. Tell me how that felt.
Well, it was hard. New country, and I didn't speak any English because at school we learned in French.
Mm-hmm.
So it was hard to communicate in the beginning.
Yeah.
So little by little, once I start working, learning the language, and getting used to the country.
Yeah.
It was hard in the beginning.
Yeah.
But thank God.
Yeah.
Because I used to work. For almost 7 years back in Lebanon in jewelry business, so I knew.
Yeah.
And my job, it was like in demand.
Mm-hmm.
So it picked up from there. So I started working.
So when you told your parents that you were going to move to the United States, how'd they feel about that?
Well, they were shocked.
Yeah.
They didn't believe me at first.
Yeah.
When I told them I got a visa, American visa, they didn't believe. You're kidding me.
Yeah.
When I showed them the visa and I said, I'm leaving in a month, they were like shocked. What?
Yeah. So why did you choose Los Angeles?
I had a friend in jewelry business.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came, I saw him, we started working together in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So when you were in the jewelry business in Lebanon, is the diamond business big in Lebanon?
Yes.
Yeah.
We used to do a lot of big pieces in jewelry. I used to set the diamond, big necklaces. They used to export it to Saudi Arabia, Kuwait. They like big pieces of jewelry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were pretty busy.
Yeah.
Setting diamond.
So in the jewelry business, because I don't know anything about the jewelry business, but in the jewelry business, is a diamond setter, is that a specialty?
It is.
Why
It
is that?
Because it's different. It has different tools to set the diamond. There is so many style of setting the diamonds. So yeah, it's different. Over time, I learned how to repair, how to size, how to carve a wax. We used to carve the wax before. Now it's with the 3D design on the computer. You just print it. I used to do it by hand, carving the wax and cast it, and set the diamond.
Yeah.
Now it got easier.
Yeah, so when I go into your jewelry shop, and by the way, it's a beautiful store.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful store. And a lot of beautiful jewelry in there. Do you make a lot of your jewelry?
Yes, I make most of them.
So someone can come in your store and they can bring you a drawing and you can make that.
Yes.
That's amazing to me.
A lot of people, they come, they want certain kind of ring. They bring the picture. I say, I make exactly the same.
My stars.
If I don't have it, I'll make it.
So are you an artist? Or are you just, it's amazing to me how that you can do that. And you have so many beautiful pieces over there that are really one of a kind.
Yes.
You can't find it anywhere else in the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not like same style and on the market. I make different kind.
Yeah.
One of a kind pieces like that.
So Jack, you're married.
Yes.
And how long have you been married?
30 years.
30 years. And you met your wife. You told me, of course, you lived in Lebanon, but you had to go to Greece to interview for your green card, and you met your now wife in Greece.
Yes.
How did that happen?
When I went for my green card, we had a friend, actually a friend of my parents. They told me, that we have a friend, he knows you. My father-in-law, he knows me when I was a little, back in Lebanon.
Yeah.
So they moved to Greece. When he knew that I'm going to Greece for my interview for my green card,
Sure.
he came pick me up from the airport.
Yeah.
I told him, take me to the hotel.
Yeah.
He's like, come on, kid, he knew me when I was a little.
Yeah.
He said, you don't remember, we used to go hunting with your dad and you were little. And he took me to his house. He had a big place.
Yeah.
So they gave me a room. And I stayed there. And my wife, she was 17 years old. She's a high school kid.
Yeah.
And I see her every morning.
Yeah.
I like her.
Did you say, I'm going to marry that girl right
Well,
there?
actually, I was like, oh, I like this girl. Goes to school every morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I got my green card and I left Greece, I went to visit my parents in Lebanon for 2 weeks. So I told my parents, hey, I like that girl,
So wait a minute. So your parents, they're thinking, our son's moving to America. He goes to Greece. He finds his wife.
Yes.
What's wrong with this kid? That's funny. So now, did you get married in Lebanon, or did you wait until you got here?
We were going to get married in Lebanon because we had some friends and family, and same as her.
Yeah.
But the situation wasn't good in Lebanon. It wasn't stable, so we decided to get married in Greece. So I brought my parents to Greece, and with my sister and brother-in-law, and most of our family, they were in Greece. So we had a wedding in Greece, and then we moved to Los Angeles.
Now, did she have to go through the same process of a green card, or because you had one, she didn't have to have one? How does that work?
Actually, she got a tourist visa.
Okay.
But when we got married, we made the paper for her green card.
So you guys were able to come to Los Angeles together.
Yes.
Was she scared?
She was.
Yeah.
I mean, she
Did
was 18 years back then
Yeah.
when we got married, and it was hard for her.
Did her dad threaten you?
No, no.
So
He said, "You'll take care of my girl." Okay?
Right, I bet he did.
I said, I promise.
And you have for 30 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
For 32 actually.
32
we
years.
got married in 1990.
So you were living in Los Angeles. You were working in the jewelry business.
Yes.
Now here we are in Lewisville, Texas. Very different from Los Angeles. So when did you move here?
In 2000.
In 2000.
2000.
So what brought you here?
I had a friend of mine. He opened a retail store here in Lewisville, and we used to work together by shipping do some jewelry for him. And when I moved here, I helped him for setting his retail store.
Yeah.
And I started working with him. So I stayed 8 months, and here, my family, they were in Los Angeles.
Right.
So finally, we decided to move all to Lewisville.
So it was very different, wasn't it?
It was.
I mean, that's a different culture, Lewisville, Texas, and Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Was it hard to make that transition?
Not for me, because I decided here and I liked it. But my wife and my kid, they had a hard time in the beginning.
Yeah.
Till they got used to it.
Did your wife say, "Why'd you bring me to this cowboy town"?
Yes, yes.
So you bought this store. This store had already been in business for like 30 years, I think. A good friend of mine owned it, named C. Wayne Nolan.
Yes. Before C. Wayne, when I moved to Lewisville, I met C. Wayne, and we started working together. He used to, give me some repair jobs. Then I had a store in Addison in 2001.
Yeah.
In 2010, we bought the store from Wayne. So I had the store in Addison and here. My wife, she was running this store, the one on Main, for like a year and a half. And then it was a recession in 2008. It was bad economy. The two-store wasn't easy to manage. So I was leasing there. My lease went up there, and I decided to come to here on Main Street. So
and we're glad you did.
Yeah, I took it up from there, and we moved 2 years ago to this location.
It's a beautiful location. You were on Main Street, and then you moved on to Mill Street,
On Mill Street,
right next
yes.
door to the barbecue restaurant.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful store. It really is. So, where do you get your diamonds?
My diamond, I'll get it from diamond dealers. I have some locally here in Dallas, some from Los Angeles, some from New York.
So how do you, tell me, when you're looking at diamonds, how do you make choices?
The choices, I mean, when I look to the diamond, I know the clarity with the loop. So I know the color, the clarity, so I know which is which. Some of them, some big stones come with the certificate, some small one doesn't, but I know from looking at them.
Do you have a personal standard for the diamonds that you buy?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you, I'm interested to know in, what's the different scale of diamonds?
The scale is from, let's say, a flawless, VS quality, SI, and I. And the color, like from EF until MK quality, which is the shade of the diamond.
I see, the shade of the diamond. So, do you have, in your store, do you have flawless diamonds?
No. No.
Okay. So, when it comes to, how do How do you take a diamond? I'm interested in this because I've always been interested in it, but I've never talked to anybody that did this kind of work. So how do you take a diamond and make it into what you want it to be?
By size, from small to all the way to 1 carat, 2 carat, it depending on the design, what kind of design the customer likes. We can use from 1 millimeter and up, depending on the design, how they want the design.
Has the cost of diamonds changed a lot in the last 20 years?
Yes.
And is that depending on where you get it from, or is it just inflation?
Overall, I mean, inflation and the demand.
So you have a son that works with you,
Yes.
that you have taught the business.
Yes.
He's 30 years old.
Yes.
Yeah. It's fun working with your son.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. It's nice to have family in business, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
I mean, it's good, you know, somebody, you know, it's my son, I trust him with everything.
Yeah.
And when I go hunting,
Yeah.
he take care of the store.
Yeah. So you like to hunt?
Yes.
What kind of hunting?
Deer hunting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you do that in Lebanon, or did you just pick?
No,
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
In Lebanon, we used to hunt birds,
Yeah.
but here, deer and dove.
Deer and dove.
Yes.
So when it comes to Lebanese food,
Yes.
are there good Lebanese restaurants around?
There is, but they are in Dallas.
Is your wife a good cook?
She is.
And does she cook a lot of? Do you stay mostly with Lebanese food at home?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lebanese and American.
Yeah. What's your favorite food to eat?
Tabbouleh,
Tabbouleh?
and kebab.
Kebab.
Barbecue on the skewer.
Yeah.
Cut the meat and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Does your wife stay at home, or does she work still?
Well, she just started working about a year ago.
Yeah.
She works at Thrives here in Lewisville.
Yes. Yeah. Jack, do you have a lot of? Is most of your business local business, or do you have people that buy stuff from you online?
It's local. No, I don't do online. It's local, and I have customers like I do trade work for the jewelers around town here in Dallas, Houston, by shipping. Because one thing also, I am specialized in kind of setting that it's very few people they do it here.
Oh,
It's called invisible setting.
Invisible setting.
Yes, which I cut the diamond and grooving, and when I set it, it's like a tile. You don't see any metal between the stones.
Oh.
I'm specialized in those things.
There's not a lot of those people around.
No.
How'd you learn to do that?
I learned it back in Los Angeles. I had a friend who used to work for Cartier back in France. He lived in France. So he knew how to make the pieces and set the stones on it. I learned it from him.
So you have a lot of so there's not a lot of those guys who can do that specialty.
Yeah.
So you do that for a lot of other stores.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially like missing a stone or sizing, because those are very, very delicate pieces. You cannot just go and size it, open it up, and close it, because there is no metal on the top. Everything is holding from the bottom of the stone. So any wrongdoing, the stones pop out.
So when I come over to your shop, you're wearing these, I guess, magnifying glasses.
Yes, the optimizers.
Yes.
Yes.
So does that ever mess with your brain, your eyes?
No, it's just like a glasses.
No.
It just make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Do you do a lot of jewelry for weddings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wedding, engagement.
Yeah. So what range, if somebody were to say, what range would people pay for jewelry at your store?
Again, it depends. I mean, engagement ring from, let's say, from 1,000 up to 15,000, 20,000. It depends. I mean, I can make it an all kind of budget.
So it's a great place to go if a woman wants a specific type, or if her fiance wants a specific, he wants something that nobody else in the world has.
Yes.
You can make anything they want.
Yes.
And do you do quite a bit of that?
Yes.
That's really incredible.
Yes.
What do you like doing the most?
I like engagement ring, making engagement ring with the center stone.
You have some beautiful necklaces over there too. Beautiful necklaces, and with the, I looked at them just the other day when I was over there, and some of them have just. I looked at a cross. It was gold trim, and I don't know how many diamond chips of diamonds it had in it, but it was really beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
So are you gonna? Is this where you're gonna retire from?
Yes.
So you're gonna retire, leave it to your son?
Yes.
Now, what does your daughter do?
She's in college. She does music. So she plays clarinet.
Yeah.
And she wants to continue that and music.
She's not going to do the diamond business.
No.
Yeah. So in Lebanon, where is Africa still a major diamond source?
Yes, I mean, there's a lot of jewelers.
How about Israel? Is Israel a major diamond source?
Israel, yes.
Yeah.
In Israel, they do a lot of cutting. They get a rough diamond, and they do a lot of cutting diamond.
So when you open this new store right next door, is it different than the one that was on Main Street?
Yes.
Yeah.
Different as over there. I mean, as much I tried to make it looking nice, I couldn't because of the shape of the store. Plus, that building is pretty old.
Yeah.
And this one, I mean, I like it. When I got it, it was brand new. Everything brand new.
Yeah.
This is different.
Yeah. Does C. Wayne ever come over there and bother you?
No.
I'm just kidding. You know, C. Wayne eats in here every day.
Yeah.
Every day that we're open, I think he starves on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday because we're closed. But he's been one of my greatest supporters. Day one when we opened up here in 2020, he was here, and he's been here just about every day unless he's out of town or unless he's fishing. But he has great things to say about you. He really does. He appreciates how you have taken the business on after you bought it from him and that kind of thing. So, do you ever go back to Lebanon?
Well, I went like 6 years ago. My brother, he was sick, so we went to visit him for a couple of weeks, me and my sister.
And he still lives there?
Yes.
He never wanted to... Now, your parents moved over here to...
Yes.
Yeah, and lived with you?
Yes.
Yeah. But he has never wanted to leave Lebanon?
No.
No.
He got married, he got kids, and...
How is Lebanon now? Is it stable now?
Lebanon, it's financially it's ruined.
Yeah. So you were happy about the move that you made?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I have some friends. I keep in touch with them sometime.
Yeah.
They said the best thing you do, you just left here.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's an incredible story because you didn't have hardly any money when you came here. I think you said you had $1,000.
Yes.
And you sold your car.
Yes.
You had $1,000 in your pocket. And today, you're a very successful businessman, and you've done so well for yourself and your family. It's a great success story. I have to say congratulations to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So you enjoy everything about Lewisville?
Absolutely. I love Lewisville.
Yeah, the city's great to work with.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So if Jack, if you were to say, if you were to say, the only thing I don't like about my business, what would it be?
Nothing.
Besides C. Wayne. No, I'm just kidding.
I like everything.
So how many hours do you work a day?
I work 8 hours, 10 to 6.
Yeah.
And Saturday, 10 to 4.
Yeah. Well, Jack, I appreciate you being here. You've been a wonderful guest. I appreciate you as a neighbor.
Thank you.
Lewisville loves you. Your jewelry is incredible, and you've done a great job with the business and a great job for yourself and your family.
Thank
you
very
for
much.
coming.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Terry, take us, buddy.